Well, hello and welcome. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner with Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Again, thank you to all our clients, friends, and family out there. We appreciate your continued support and staying with us on these daily updates. Feel free to share and continue to subscribe to our daily updates, and we'll continue to provide that for you. So let's start with Happy Mother's Day. You know, Sunday is going to be very non-traditional, if you will, as it relates to the way we celebrate Mother's Day. To my mom, love you, I miss you, looking forward to seeing you soon enough. And for all the mothers out there, we thank you for all that you do, and hopefully we're going to take great care of you this weekend in some fashion, one way or another. Everyone hopefully pampers mom out there. So, from our hearts at Blanke Schein Wealth Management, we're thinking of you, and we thank you for all that you do. So happy Mother's Day. So our first topic is USChina trade relations. We're on the 1-year anniversary month of when the United States essentially engaged in their rhetoric as it relates to their trade dispute and or deal, if you will. And so a year later, we're here, after the first engagement that was just settled at the new year and went into practice in early 2020 as a result of the administration's negotiations. Now we have another subset of tensions, right? With the coronavirus sort of leading the headlines. So will the U.S. and China trade relations, or even, relationship, that will intensify. We're going to see the headlines continue to intensify as it relates to that. So this story is not going away. In fact, it's going to get bigger and stronger as we proceed in the next weeks and months to come. And so it's a concern for the markets. We sort of saw all of that this week in a weekly recap, if you will, as it relates to what markets we're concerned about. But markets seem to be trading fairly well as a result of that. So, but that's still going to be at the forefront. So the U.S.-China trade relations will be a continuing story. So let's keep an eye on that. So our next topic we want to discuss is, states actually need more aid. Through the CARES Act, there was some appropriations for some states and some municipalities, but there's another round that Congress is actively debating right now as it relates to the funding, the amount. So who knows what that looks like. States have asked for $500 billion. Realistically, if you look at what they all need relative to what they collect in taxes, I actually wrote on the board here, they're asking for $500 billion. That's the ask. The need is $900 billion in terms of receipts to cover sort of their obligations. So they've got about a 60% ask of what's out there, what's needed. So we'll see what they ultimately get. I think the key through the legislation is going to be the flexibility for each state to use as they see fit to hopefully manage and balance some of their budgets, or even help them out and get them through these tough times. The 6 states right here that are, even if they get the aid from Congress and they collect at least a fraction of some of the tax receipts that they're anticipating in terms of their state taxes in July, there's still 6 states out there that are going to still be in a net negative position, even with the aid from Congress. And everywhere from New Jersey, New York, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Illinois, and Kansas. So those states are going to be crucial as we get through this, because some of them have been run well, some of them have been run not so well through the history of governments, and so this is now going to come home to roost, even though they get some money from Congress and from the taxpayers. So it's an ongoing, evolving, minute by minute, day by day conversation. It's something that's very important to the markets. And we're going to see this present itself again. So we're keeping an eye on it at Blanke Schein Wealth Management. But again, let's see how the markets react once Congress finally passes the next round of stimulus.